All right, let's bring him in here. You know what? He rang in the new year by ringing Sean Clifford's bell. That's right. One of the biggest hits of all the college football bowl season, our Extra Points NIL athlete, and the best name in all of college football. We didn't even need a playoff to decide that. Bumper Pool is here. What's happening, Bumper?
Nothing much. Enjoying a little time off. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. We're very excited to have you. I know you've got a big announcement coming up regarding your decision for next season. First, we want to congratulate you on a great season, closing it out with a big win over Penn State in the Outback Bowl. I think that was your first bowl game, right?
Yes, first bowl game. We were supposed to go last year, but COVID canceled it. We thought we were going to have a scare this year, but we got to play, and we were very excited about it.
Well, you were especially excited. Let's take a look at this clip of you putting a hit on Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford. All right, here it is. Oh, look at you. Play it one more time. We got to see this. We got to see. I mean, look at it. And classy, too. You just walk away, right? No crazy dancing, nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he gets a little flex in there.
Oh,
he lets him know. He's like, yo, I'm a beast in the weight room, bro. That's what that celebration said.
Oh, yeah.
Broadcast. Oh, goodness.
That was, you were up 2 touchdowns there, but I mean, that put an exclamation point on it there. How exciting was that?
It was awesome. The whole experience. Tampa's great. We got to spend a week down there. So getting to enjoy the Tampa life and, practice in the morning when it's 80 degrees is a lot better than 20 like it was in Fayetteville.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get to this game on Monday. You have a unique, perception here. Like first of all, 125 tackles, top 10 in the country. And then you faced Georgia. You guys lost. We won't say the score. It was 37-0. And then Alabama was closer, 42-35. What's your prediction for the national championship?
In the playoff game, I was, all Georgia. I thought that they were just going to run the ball on them. But then again, it's Nick Saban. So, he proves us all wrong time and time again. Mm-hmm. And so to pick against him would be tough. But I think that Georgia's got a lot of fight in them. And so I like Georgia in it.
Yeah, I think we all do, right? Did we all pick Georgia? We could all have egg on our face come Tuesday morning, like, oh, of course, Saban with all this time to prepare.
Saban.
Yeah. I picked Alabama.
Oh, you took Alabama, Mark.
Yeah, because Nick Saban's he's 25-1 against assistant coaches. Is his second loss against the assistant coach going to happen in the same year?
Great point.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
It's really tough. All right, Bumper. I know you're excited. A lot of people waiting on this announcement, especially in the great state of Arkansas. We don't want to keep them waiting any longer. I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you stay at Arkansas? Are you moving on to the pros?
It's been such a great process. Been very excited to be able to talk to a lot of good people, get a lot of good advice. And ultimately, I'm going to come back this year to Arkansas and for my 5th year.
Whoa, all right.
Look at that.
I'm very excited about it. I think that there's a certain responsibility I have to continue the legacy and the tradition that we set this year with all the guys leaving. I feel like this is the year that I can come back and, continue that legacy. And we're excited to go out next year and continue the winning streaks.
Interesting. Well, that's great. Congratulations. I like that, guys. He's coming back. He's going to end up on the Cowboys either way. I don't care if it's next year, 2 years, 3 years from now.
Sal, I'm just curious how much this NIL money you're dishing out where he's turning down the NFL to go back to Fayetteville. How about that?
No, I don't know. Well, we did give you hundreds of dollars to be our NIL athlete. Is this the kind of thing? Did that factor into your decision? Did you I saved that money. I can live off that. Going pro isn't as appealing as it used to be because I have these hundreds and hundreds of dollars from Extra Points. Was that a factor going in?
I think maybe the future contract we got signing was going to do that, but
I got you. Wow, Shaq, what do you think of this?
Like Marty Weiss just said, yeah. I mean, I guess you can really stretch a couple of bucks pretty far in Fayetteville. I haven't been down there, but you know what I do hope it means selfishly is I think about our side of things. Maybe this opens the potential for an invite to Fayetteville for an SEC football game in 2022. We'd like to check that out.
Absolutely.
Watch old Bump and Company do. Is that cool to call you Bump going forward? Is that what the friends call you?
That's great. Yeah, no, it's cool.
I'll tell you this. I thought that maybe that the thing that would push you across to the pro side would be the announcement that they're getting rid of the Wonderlic test. Any consideration about like that was that, were you thinking
honestly,
like,
I didn't even know that they were getting away with the test. We took one, I guess, a year ago, but we never got the results. So I really don't know how I did on it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. There's more important tests, I guess, to be taken in this weird year we've gone through here. Wow. So that's a great, this is great. This is big news. I do want to know seriously, like what determined this? I guess you sat and spoke to your parents. Did you take a look at, they have draft projections all over the place. And I think, from what I saw, you were like 4th or 5th round. Is that what you saw, basically, or did you not even look at something like that?
Yes, I was looking at some of the predictions and whatnot, and you can hear so many different things from different agents of where you're going and whatnot. But yeah, we had a few mid-round picks, projections or whatnot. But I just felt like if I came back, I would have a full year, especially under this defense, to continue my game, continue to build, and get stronger. And I think that the more you put on that strength and speed, you're ultimately, the NFL will be there. So just continue to, enjoy my time at Arkansas and with all the amazing fans that we have. And hopefully we can continue this thing we've started.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that the buzz from the guys, the personnel guys, the scout guys? Are they saying like, hey, take an extra year, really hit the weight room? Is that the thing? What specifically are they telling you to work on?
Yes, I think that, they want to see improved speed, which is every player can work on. Strength will just come with another year in the off-season program in college, and I've done it for 4 years, so the tape part of it is not necessarily something I need more of. But if you put better tape on film, that will help you go earlier and ultimately make more money.
I think I hear what you're saying. You need to get bigger too. Like I could put you on a regimen too. You could definitely gain, you'll gain 20, 35 pounds by June if you want.
Not like that, Sal. That's not the weight he wants to. I mean, yeah, he needs maybe some muscle, not what the kind of weight you're talking about.
I don't know. Just
is it?
right?
I guess I don't know either, really.
Bumper, how many people were involved in you making this decision? Like ultimately, I imagine you were the person that had to make it.
Not us. He didn't ask us.
I mean, not a single one of us. We all got it. I got it wrong. But I'm just curious, like, how many people was it just you, mom, dad, or like how was that? Just the kitchen table or what?
I kept the circle pretty tight with it because I really didn't know what I wanted to do until here late in the process. I was still 50-50 on if I wanted to go or not. But I think whenever you look at how much it can mean to stay for an entire program, you just feel like your impact could be greater for one more year by staying. And that's ultimately what I think was the biggest deciding factor, was how much value can I bring for an entire team by staying.
I bet it happened. You could say what you want. I bet it happened right when you lowered your shoulder into Sean Clifford's sternum there. And you're like, yeah, I want to do this to college kids for another year. Just embarrass people. Somewhere in there? No?
I mean, I think honestly, when I was in Tampa, I was like, this isn't a bad place to live. Maybe even skewed me about wanting to leave.
Really?
Wait a minute. I think I just figured Tampa. That just flipped the switch for me. You know what I think you just did? Bump. You saw what happened on Sunday with Antonio Brown, and you feel like you want to leave Fayetteville in style and do an Antonio Brown
no,
on the field for everybody.
The complete opposite. That's
really?
You don't want to do that.
You didn't keep your clothes on? All
that
right.
might hurt your draft stock if you do that. I don't know, but it would be memorable. I do think it's cool. I really do, sincerely. I mean, I talk about all the time, like you are going to be an icon for this era in Arkansas football, and you hear it anytime you tune into an Arkansas broadcast. It is about you to some degree. You get the name check and how you are sort of the identity of the defense. Good for you to live in that for another year of your life. That's irreplaceable stuff that you are the face, kind of the name of Razorback football right now, which is a pretty cool thing. Good for you to not run off a year too early and miss out on that good time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you have an opportunity to become the leading tackler of Arkansas all time, right? How many do you need? Have you figured that out?
I think I'm about 60 tackles away from getting that. So that's
he'll get there.
2.5 games, 3 games.
Get that whatever crumb bum team in that weird SEC second to last week, whatever directional school they schedule for you. You might get 58, 60 tackles. And
by the way, I'm looking now, Shaq. They do have Cincinnati on the schedule, so you're a Bearcat. So interesting. That's
starting
right
off
off
next
the top,
season.
Yeah, that's the opener. Wow.
So Bumper, I got a question for you. Like Dave just said, you are kind of like, I don't want to say the face. Obviously, there's 11 players out there on defense, but your name and the way you play obviously draws a lot of attraction to you. So you're kind of like the face of the Arkansas defense, right? So Sal's cousin Jimmy, he's got a bowl game named after him. And he's got a TV show named after him. You know, Jimmy Kimmel, if you're not familiar. You got a racehorse named after you, which I found out this morning. Where does that rank in terms of things that are named after the father? Like, I think racehorse has got to be up there because racehorse is the only thing that you could really win.
No, I agree. Obviously, it's nowhere close to Jimmy Kimmel, but it is cool to have a horse named after you. And you know, hopefully I'll get out to see him race sometime.
Did you know about this bumper? It came in 7th in a field of 12, New Year's Day. Actually, the same day you were playing, you were putting Sean Clifford into the turf.
Yes, my dad was sending it to me, and then I had a few buddies send me like the link of it. But I didn't know anything about it until then, and I didn't know if the horse was going to be a good horse or not. So I was like, might as well just wait a little bit and see how this thing runs.
It'd be funny if that's how you decided. All right, if it finishes top 6, I'll go pro. If it's 7 through 12, I stay at Arkansas.
Marty, the guy has an entire sport named after him. You know, the billiards and everything. I mean,
that's true.
This is a little anticlimactic, one dumb horse.
Yeah,
but
the horse will be gone.
Your neck of the woods, SEC football, any counsel, since you get coached all the time, do you want to coach up the new coach of LSU a little bit on how to properly execute a Southern accent? Oh, because he struggled a little bit with his.
Yeah, we'll leave that one. We'll leave that one alone, and then we'll take care of it next season.
You think he's got a shot? He needs to put in a little work, right?
Look, just tell Brian Kelly stay on the sidelines. Otherwise, Bumper might knock a Southern accent into him.
Yeah, that's right.
Sean Clifford was probably down there eating crawfish after.
That hit me very close to the sideline. Have you spoken to your coach, Sam Pittman, yet? He must know now, right?
Yes, I have. I actually was, FaceTiming him this morning. He's actually down at in Hot Springs, and so he was just kind of walking me through it and just saying, hey, we all good and whatnot. But yeah, he's very excited, and I think the Hog fans will be excited later today.
You should walk him through it. You say, this is what's going on. You want me to come back? I want my own bus. On the bus, I want my horse, the horse named after me, to ride beside me. You should
ride yourself. Yeah. I think you got to ride.
Interesting. I see. Yeah. It'd be good too. Well, that's great. Congratulations, Bumper. I'm excited too. I think this is great. Like I said, I think you end up in Big D eventually. I'll talk to Jerry Jones. We had high hopes for you this year, but the Cowboys will be around in 2023, and so will Bumper.
Do we want to very quickly? I don't know if you have it handy there, Bumper, but do you have like a Cowboys hat or like an NFL logo hat like Rob Lowe wore a couple years ago in an Arkansas hat, and you want to do I'm going to do this and then go or do something like that? Is that what they do in the stadium?
Yeah, if I had my hat on me, I would.
Do a good suey, because that's what you should start with. I've weighed the pros and cons. Yes, I could make a lot of money, but do something like that.
Maybe the start of our next episode.
Yeah, I think Brian Kelly maybe do that. Is that Amari Cooper behind you? Who is that?
It's Miles Austin.
Oh, Miles Austin.
Oh, Miles Austin.
Wow. Yeah, number 19. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Well, Bumper, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. This is great. I think, as Dave said, the Extra Points crew is now going to have to make it to an Arkansas game next season and coming back next year. We'd love to have you back. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you all for letting me do it on here.
You got it, buddy.